we're making the marshmallow cream that I use to make the church peanut butter. It takes egg whites to do this, so we're separating our eggs, and it works best if your eggs are at room temperature to do this because egg whites whip up better at room temperature. Now that the eggs are separated, we're going to put the egg whites in this bowl, and before I start beating them, I'm going to take some Karo and put a little bit in the microwave because you need some warmed up Karo. By Karo, I mean Karo or light corn syrup, whatever you have. I'm going to cheat today and use the electric beater because I don't want to beat this for half a day. The egg whites are beaten stiff now, and I'm going to slowly beat in this warm corn syrup and slowly on low gear. Beat that all in. Now we're going to make a syrup to add to this. Make an actual marshmallow cream. The first ingredient we're going to use is more corn syrup. And we also need some water. Then sugar. I'm using raw sugar, but white sugar works too. Then we're going to stir that all together, put it on the stove, and boil it until it threads. And by threading, I mean it does this. When it starts dripping, it gets like a thread there because it's thick enough. I'm going to set my bowl on this hot pad because this is going to get hot. Now we're going to pour this in, and while we're pouring it in, we're going to beat it. Now if you're Amish, you're going to be using both hands with the hand crank beater, so someone else is going to have to pour it in. I beat all of that in, and now this stuff is hot and it's still very liquidy. Like, it will get thicker the more it cools off, and the more you boil that syrup, the thicker your marshmallow cream will be. And we don't want this stuff to be unflavored, so we're going to add some vanilla. You can add whatever flavor you want and beat that in. We want to keep beating this a little bit every few minutes for the first 30 minutes. This is how the marshmallow cream looks after 30 minutes. I beat it about 6 times in those 30 minutes. It's perfect. Now you're going to make sure you store this in an airtight container, and you can just store it at room temperature. Recipe for this and the Amish church peanut butter that they always use for their church is in my cookbook on my website. If you go to my profile and click on that link, you'll see it at the very top. Perfect.